Revelation chapter 5 verse
11. Chapter 11. Who's got it?
8. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Let me catch up. I'm saying, let's read verse 18 one more time. I'm sorry. Well, so this thing on YouTube tonight?
Yeah, I already got it going.
Okay, so how has it been going?
I just started when you started with that scripture, that's all.
Right.
Yeah, I just jumped in live. So, we're good.
All right, Revelation chapter 11, verse 8.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was created.
Was crucified.
Crucified.
All right, cool. So, this is a very, 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 very important prophecy right here that a lot of people sleep on and not aware of, or don't understand. To get a little bit of understanding about the dead bodies, can we please get Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21? We're going to get some understanding about the dead bodies. Can we get Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21?
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Lo, hand joined in hand.
That's right. Peter, 21:16. 21:16.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
All right, cool. We read it once. Now let's read it again. Tell everybody where you're at. Now let's read it again.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16.
All right, so now we're in the book of Proverbs, the 21st chapter, and verse 16. Go ahead.
The man that wandereth out of the way of the understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
All right, so one more time now.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding.
The man that wanders out of the way of understanding. Go ahead.
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
That man is dead when he loses understanding. So I wanted to make sure we well, I want to try and reveal to that tonight, if I might. I know that everybody's heard this scripture broke down many times before. They've heard this scripture and they really think they have an understanding, really think they already got it. But I just want to add a little bit to it if I could, if I might. To wonder the understanding that the Israelites have wandered out of and gotten away from, we stop understanding our purpose. We stop understanding what God's purpose for us is. That's the understanding that we've lost. We've got understanding of how to work a job. We've got understanding of how to build the American household. We've got the understanding of how to cook food. But what's the understanding that the Israelites lost? What is God's purpose for us? Why did God create us, and what are we supposed to be doing?
Following his orders.
Sure enough, we're supposed to be following God's orders. But going a little bit deeper than that, did God create us to be
Scared?
homeborn slaves? The God created us just to make sure I pay my taxes, just to pay my bills, and I'm good. One thing we was going over yesterday was about the steps of a good man are what? Are ordered by the Lord. They're ordered. You're a good man if you can be ordered by the Most High. If you can be ordered by His way of doing things. Not ordered by your wife, not ordered by society, not ordered by everything else. When you can be ordered by God, when the program that God has established, you can adhere to it and are ordered by it. That's what makes you a good man or a good woman. And that's one thing we've lost understanding about. We don't understand what it means to be good Israelites. We don't understand what it means to be good Israelite men, good Israelite women, good Israelite fathers, good Israelite sons, good Israelite sisters, good Israelite brothers. We've lost that understanding. And we're still very much going by the American standard of what a good man is, what a good woman is, what a good person is. But we have not allowed ourselves to be our spiritually renewed as what it means to be a good Israelite person. Let our minds be baptized or washed, let our spirits be baptized or washed, to understand God's definition and God's perception and God's observation of what makes a person good. We've lost that understanding. We don't have that understanding. So because we don't understand our purpose, it's just like if I try to use this phone right here, this actual phone right here, as a DVD player, what good am I gonna get out of this phone for it to try to make it a DVD player?
Not much.
If I get it, I don't have a DVD on me right now, but if I try and shove a DVD in this right now and watch it, what's gonna happen?
You can try.
I'm gonna break the DVD. I'm gonna break the phone. When it comes to watching what's on that DVD and trying to put it inside this phone right now, this device is gonna be what? Dead. Can I get any life out from that DVD by trying to use this device to play that DVD? No. This device to play that DVD is going to be useless. It's going to be dead. You understand? If we're not doing the thing that God actually created us for and understand what God created us for, then what are we? We're dead. To what God has going on, we're dead. To what God has going on, we're useless. You can't do nothing with it. You're dead. If I try to use this damn same phone to unlock that door, if I take the metal key and go lock that door with that deadbolt, what is this gonna do to open that damn deadbolt? Why?
It's not what it's for.
Because unless I get the right tool and use it in the right application to do what it was created for, that thing is going to be dead. You can't do anything with it. Do you have any? Are there a lot of keys on this key ring? Keys are good, right?
Right.
Now, if I lock that deadbolt, are all these keys on this ring going to be a good thing for me to open that deadbolt? What's going to be the thing that's going to come alive when it comes to opening that deadbolt? I got to get the right key that was created to open that deadbolt. All the rest of the keys are keys, but when it comes to opening that deadbolt, how are they going to assist me in opening that deadbolt if they were created to open that deadbolt? They're going to be useless, right? They're going to be dead. How many times you found old keys don't know how they're going to, or
Yeah.
you don't really want to throw them away just in case? I have no idea what the hell these are for, but just in case. Or you find a lock and can't find the key to it. What good is that lock if you have a key lock? Or if you got the combination to a combination lock? What good is it? It's what? It's what? It's dead. So do you understand? Let's read Proverbs 21:16 one more time.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So let's get Romans chapter 8 verse 20 behind that. if you lose understanding about, and I want to use the word purpose. If you lose your understanding of what God created you for, you're useless. You're dead. You're no good. There's nothing you can be used for. You're dead. So as long as Israelites do not understand why God created them and what their purpose is, what are Israelites then?
Yeah.
We're dead. And we're going to get some understanding. If I can help, try to help water the seed a little bit. So when Christ gave the disciple in Luke chapter 9 that wanted to go bury his father, what did Christ say to him? Hold on a second. What did Christ say to him? But go do what? You go preach the kingdom of Most High. Did Christ give him a purpose? What was his purpose? Go teach. So, for what your purpose is, you go do your purpose. For those others don't have it, that who I didn't give a purpose to, they're what? They're dead. I can't use them. I'm not using them. They're dead. But I gave you a purpose, a job, an occupation, a profession. I gave you something to do. I gave you a job. I've employed you. You're my servant. I've given you purpose. That's when you become alive. God can use you. Now I can be used by God, by the Most High, by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because now I have a purpose. But if I don't have a purpose, and I'm just out here aimlessly doing whatever, in the eyes of the Most High, what am I? Do y'all understand this? Is this making sense? If you don't understand and know your God-given purpose, I ain't talking about your God-given talent. You got a lot of people talking about God gave me the ability to sing, so I'm using it to sing these horrible rap songs and these horrible country music songs, whatever. Please. That's not your God-given purpose. Your God-given purpose, let's get into it. Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, or love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His
Purpose. You did good. You read it once. Now read it again. Great job. Now read it again.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together of good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His purpose.
Being called according to what?
His purpose.
His purpose. That you have a calling, and in your calling, the Most High has a purpose for you. But if you're not going to fulfill the purpose He's called you for, what are you in His eyes? You're dead. If you're not doing what the Most High called you for, in the work He has going on, then and you have no understanding about your purpose, you are dead. Is this making sense? So, if we got that, cool. I don't want to beat this horse just yet. I don't want to beat this horse down just yet. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 11, and I believe we're in verse 8.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom.
So what made us dead?
The city, the great city.
We wasn't doing the work of the Most High. We wasn't fulfilling His purpose.
Proverbs 21:16 says what?
We wandered away from it.
We had no understanding about our purpose. If we give me Proverbs 21:16 again.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man waitereth,
Wonder.
wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Congregation.
Congregation of the dead.
So if you have no understanding, what are you?
Dead.
Especially if you don't understand your what? Your calling and your purpose. If you really understand your calling and purpose that God gave you, you're dead. You don't get it. You can know you're an Israelite, but if you don't know your purpose or what you were called to do, by God, for His purpose, for His good pleasure, for His good will, then you're dead. And this is why a lot of our people suffer from depression. This is why a lot of our people suffer from just all type of mental ailments. You're suffering by these things because you are dead. You really have no purpose. And as long as you have no purpose, what good are you? You have no self-value. You have no self-esteem. You have no sense of worth. So you got to find it in external means. Well, I'll be a good basketball player then. Well, I'll be a good something. I'll be a good football player. How many of our people get themselves to try to make it to the NFL? So they don't study, they don't go to school, they don't really learn anything in school because they're banking that what?
They're gonna make it to pros.
I'm gonna make it to the pros.
About 85%.
Right. But their whole mentality is I'm gonna make it to the pros. Then they get their injury, what happens? Depressed. What am I gonna do?
Drugs.
I'm nobody. I got nothing to live for. Because my whole purpose, I thought was I was gonna play football. But now that it's over, what am I gonna do? And it's the drugs, depression, suicide, it's all these other things. I don't know what to live for. Why would a person get suicidal over a relationship not working? Because they put everything into this is my purpose. My purpose is to be with this person. Now, when that relationship don't work, I gotta kill myself because I got no purpose. I got no reason to live. I got no reason to be here. I got no reason to do anything because I've got no purpose. I thought my purpose was to be with this person forever. I thought my purpose was to be doing this. And now when that's done, what am I gonna do? It's over. Look, because you're not really fulfilling and doing your God-given purpose. You're not doing what God called you to do. You're chasing all these other things, and because you're chasing all these other things, that's why you're depressed, suicidal, searching for some type of happiness, reward, filler, something, because you have no purpose. You're not at your God-given purpose. If you're working in your God-given purpose, in your true spirit, what He created you for, then there's a sense of accomplishment. There's a sense of confidence. There's a sense of being whole, founded, good. You know the Most High is with you because you're doing what you were called to do. You're fulfilling your purpose. But because we don't study, we don't wash ourselves from what America taught us, from what we've learned here, from what our families taught us when we learned here. We don't know our purpose according to God. So we're lost. So we're wondering. We're like it says in Deuteronomy 28. We're like a blind man groping in the dark at noonday. The sun's at its brightest, and I can't see a damn thing. So I'm going from here to here. I'm trying this. I'm trying that. I'm trying whatever because I'm trying to find a purpose. I'm trying to find what am I here for? Why did God make me? And I don't know. So right now it's easy to smoke it away. It's easy to drink away. It's easy to sex away. It's easier to just work a job and go numb. Let me just do that because I have not figured out what my God-given purpose is, appointed by the Most High. I'm not there, so I'm lost. Again, I'm depressed. In my spirit, I know there's something missing. I know there's a hole there. All right. To help back this point up, if I might, let's go to Luke chapter 9.
Proverbs?
We let Proverbs go.
Chapter 9, verse
19. I'm sorry, Luke chapter 19. And let's start at verse 10. Luke chapter 19, verse 10.
Luke chapter 19, verse 10. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost.
What have we lost to? We always say that our nationality. But people don't understand what that means, to be lost to your nationality. Once you find out you're Israelite, have you continued searching to find out what Israelites supposed to do? Or are you still lost? Have you done the research and the study that, okay, I'm an Israelite man. So what is the Israelite man supposed to be doing? I'm an Israelite father. How are Israelite fathers supposed to operate? I'm an Israelite mother. I'm an Israelite sister. I'm an Israelite brother. How am I supposed to operate? That study hasn't been done. We think that I was lost because I didn't know my nationality, man. Yeah, I used to call myself an African American Bubba. Okay. So now you know the name of your nation. Good job. How many toddlers get to learn their name? Good job. You learned your name. All right, cool. Good job, toddler. You got it. Boogie, boogie, boo. You got your name. You know your name. You got your name. Can you spell your name? Can you spell your name? I-D-A-R I-B-B A as in what? Apple and aura. Aura. Let's not dare go into to Yahweh or Yahweh, right? R-A-C-H-A-M-A-Y-A-H. Now you can spell your name. That's it. So you can spell your name now. You know your name, now you can spell it. You think you're doing something, but Christ is going to do what? In Matthew chapter 19, verse 10.
Luke 19, 10.
Luke 19, 10. Go on.
Luke chapter 19, verse 10. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost.
He's coming to seek and to save what?
To seek and save that which was lost.
To seek and save that which was lost. We've been lost to our purpose. We've been lost to what we're truly supposed to be. If in the beginning, Most High said, let us make man in our image. We ain't got no study to see what it means to be like God, to be the sons and daughters of God, to be like Him. We're content just going to work, paying my bills. As long as I go to work and pay my bills, I think I'm fulfilling my God-given purpose. I think because I come home from work and there's a roof over the head, I got a beer in the fridge, I'll play with the cat or the dog, say what's up to the kids, I fulfilled my purpose. I'm there, I'm good. For an American, but is that for an Israelite? Is that for a son or daughter of God? But we don't do that study. We don't put that work in. But we think we're alive. We think we're doing something. No, Christ is coming to save that which was lost. How many people have no clue about their purpose? Okay, they know their name. Some people don't even know their name. They don't even know the Israelites. Granted, some of us are starting to learn we're Israelites. Cool. Now, what does that mean? So what does that now mean to be an Israelite? Give me the scripture to show it. Show me what it means to be an Israelite. Dad, father, mother, sister, wife. Show me that. And show me where you're applying that. As we're getting ready for the kingdom of God to come. As we're getting ready for the Most High to show up. Where are you getting your... We've been lost. We've been lost to our identity and lost to our purpose. Reading on.
Verse 11.
Yep.
Verse 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of the Most High should immediately appear. He said therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom, and to return. And he called his 10 servants, and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
What did the nobleman tell his what did the nobleman tell his servants?
To occupy until he comes.
Who's supposed to occupy until he comes?
The Son of Man.
The servants.
Thank you. We have not really understood that we're supposed to be the Most High servants. We haven't let that sink in yet. We're supposed to be his servants. And in waiting his return, what is it? What orders have we been given? Verse 13 says what?
Verse 13. And he called his 10 servants, and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, Occupy until I come.
So what are the servants supposed to be doing until Christ gets back? Let's look up the word occupy. Let's look up the word occupy.
Occupy. Reside or have one's place of business in. Fill or preoccupy. Then there's Merriam-Webster, 1828. Merriam-Webster, 1828. To engage the attention or energies of.
I like that.
To take up, to take or fill, to take or hold possession or control of, to fill or perform the functions of, to reside in as an owner or tenant.
Man, you read a lot of them. I don't know if we got understanding from all those you read, but we need to go back and read some of them again.
This is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, 1828. It says, occupy, to engage the attention or energies of.
To engage the attention or energy of. So if you're a servant of Christ, we're supposed to what?
We're supposed to engage the attention or energies of.
We're supposed to have our engage and have our energies directed towards what? If we're supposed to be his servants.
Occupy.
Okay, if you read the definition of occupying, I'm giving away the answer. If we're his servants, what is he expecting us to be engaged and energized? What's the definition again?
Or energy, to engage the attention or energies of.
To engage the attention or energies of. What is our attention and energy supposed to be engaged in? If we're his servants.
His commandments.
Serving him.
Serving him.
Serving in the work of the Most High.
And the work he's called us for, that's what we're supposed to have our energy engaged in. Not my energy engaged in maintaining my life here in America. Maintaining my lifestyle, my manner of living in America. Maintaining the status quo. What's different? If all I'm doing is going to work and make sure my family's straight, how is that any different than what you did before you came to the truth? How's it any different? So what are you doing? What are you serving? You think it's enough that you say you're Israelite and that's it? So if somebody was to map and look at your life before you came to the truth, you were financially responsible. Before you came to the truth, you took care of the bills. Before you came to the truth, this is what you did. All right, cool. Now, you got this point, you came to the truth, you came to the knowledge. Now, if I look at your life and I look at what your energy and what you're engaged into, what's the difference? What's changed? You went to church where you got the knowledge of being Israelite. So now you come to class.
different building.
You're just going to a different building. You might change your diet. You might change your dress code. But what's the difference?
The difference is still.
Well, where is your energy engaged in the service of God? It's not there. We're supposed to occupy, and there is occupy as what?
To engage the attention or energy zone.
To engage your attention. What is your attention on? If your attention was just on take care of your family before you came to the truth, and now your attention on take care of your family in the truth, what's the difference? What's been renewed? What's been baptized? What is it? Oh, you don't do Christmas no more. That's really what it is. That's what this is. Where is your attention being engaged? And a lot of Israelites get pissed off at that. That I keep being reminded I got to put my attention on what the Most High wants, not what my family wants, not what my life wants, not what I want. The Most High keeps asking and wanting my attention on what He has going on. And that's totally different from what I got going on and what my family has going on. And because this is what I have going on and this is what my family has going on, I'm upset, pissed off, and frustrated because the Most High keeps demanding my attention to go to Him. And I'm not with that. I'm not feeling that. I don't like that. I don't know why it's got to be like this. I don't know why it's got to be so hard. I don't know why it's got to be all like this, whatever. Why the Most High keeps requiring my attention and my energy in what He wants. And I want to just get frustrated, man. I feel I just quit and walk away because I want to give my energy to my life and the way I've been doing things since even before I came into truth. This is what I want to give my life, my energy, and my attention to. And I want it to be enough that I say, at least I say I'm an Israelite. At least I pray over my food. At least I don't do Christmas. Why is all this tension coming at me? Because what does the Most High want? Your attention and your energy on what He wants. And every time I keep getting reminded of that, scriptures come out, why you gotta be so harsh? Why you gotta be like this? Didn't the scripture say the Most High is an austere man? I don't know why I gotta be like this. Why can't I just do what I want to do? Why can't this be enough? Why is more and more of my attention demanded? Why is more and more of my energy demanded? Because you were called in. You were called in to fulfill the Most High's purpose and will. That's why He called you. For His purpose and His will, not yours. And I'm mad, frustrated, upset, don't know why can't I just do the minimum? Why can't I do the minimum but keep my energy and my attention on what I find important? Why can't I keep my energy and my attention on what I find right? Why can't I keep my energy and my attention on what pleases my family? Why do I gotta do this thing that the Most High is talking about? Why? Why can't it be enough? Going back to the scripture, please.
Luke chapter 19, verse 13. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Does everybody understand? And when he says occupy, what this is meaning now? We have the dictionary definition. How does the dictionary definition help with the understanding of the scripture right now?
There's a purpose that you have to engage where you're putting your energy and your attention into.
Okay.
And that is through this righteous act stated in the word, building on it, occupying your mind, your spirit in what your purpose is, spirit, instead of putting all your energy into the world, something that's dead. The people around you is dead, so you don't want to be part of a dead congregation. So that's
Quick question, and backing up a little bit, taking the foot off the pedal a little bit. when we were being delivered out of Egypt, and we were talking about we need to go and serve the Most High, what tactic did Pharaoh and his government come up with at that time to redirect our energy and our attention?
Increase the workload and cut off all assistance. So now we gotta go look for our own straw to make brick instead of them providing the straw. They were already providing the supplies for us to do the work that they wanted us to do. But then they stopped supplying us with what we needed. So we had to go and find the straw and whatnot. They cut off all government assistance basically. So now we gotta go and fend for ourselves and continue to do our work. So our time was more occupy their time so that they don't have time to think about their God. They're too idle if they're sitting here thinking about their God. Or they're thinking about serving their power. They're too idle. Give them more work to do. And don't help them, don't assist them, don't supply them with anything, make them go find their own supplies and whatnot. And they still gotta do their work.
And again, so what was the strategy and the purpose behind that?
To occupy their time more to where they don't have time. They don't have that idle time to think about serving their power. The only thing you got time for is work and sleep. If you get enough sleep,
Build the
you
work.
get up and get back to work. They're too busy to think about serving your God.
So that if we're going to implement this the definition of occupy that we just got, was it so that our attention and our energy would not be towards what the Most High wants, but now that our attention and our energy would be on our survival.
Make us more dependent on them.
My attention and my energy would be on work, on distractions, and not on putting my attention and my energy to what the Most High wanted. Was that a strategy that was implemented by our enemies called the Egyptians when we were coming out of Egypt?
Yes.
So if the Most High requires that which is past, there's going to be some similar things going on now at this time to try and keep our attention and our energy not on what the Most High wants, but just on me living my life.
Yes.
Just on me surviving in America.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I got my rest time, my chill time, my whatever time, but I gotta make sure I go to work. I gotta make sure I keep the family happy. I gotta make sure I'm a good dad by doing this, or a good husband by providing this time. By making sure I do those things, I'm good. All those things do what though?
They take your time away from the Most High.
Take away the attention and the energy away from what?
Away from the work of the Most High.
Because now when it's time to study, what does everybody say now? I'm too tired.
I have too much to do. I don't get enough sleep, and it's just, there's no.
The family's bitching.
Yeah.
Everybody's upset. I'm spread thin. So in being spread thin, and if we'll be honest with ourselves, who's gonna get shorted?
I see what you're saying. The Most High.
The Most High gets shorted.
The Most High, because you don't have no time for Him and the work that He wants you to do, or to please Him in any way. You don't have no time to serve Him. You don't have no time for Him whatsoever.
Because my energy and my attention is gonna be on everything else. And so to make sure my energy and my attention on everything else, the one that's going to suffer is the energy and attention that should be towards the Most High, and us getting ready to get the hell up out of here. Now, so the Most High, the one that's going to hear the excuses, is not going to be everything else. The one that's supposed to hear the excuse and excuse it is the Most High. Well, my family had this going on, so that's why I couldn't study today. Well, my family had this going on, that's why I couldn't come to class today. Well, my family had this going on, that's why I couldn't teach or reach out to anybody today, because I had to deal with this, I had to deal with that. So the thing that gets shorted is the Most High. And if we come to the Most High, like, He's supposed to understand excuses. But the boss at work don't understand excuses. Somebody has to be there. The tax man don't understand excuses. Somebody shows to get paid. Whatever's going on, don't understand excuses. So that's priority. And most entities understand that those are priorities. And the time I promised my family that we're going to spend this time together, that this is our time, I cannot let that get intruded upon, because that's going to make me a bad father.
Because you're physically,
Right.
you can get the wrath physically right there, and the Most High's not here, so he's on the back burner.
So he better understand. He better understand. I got obligation and priorities. I'm supposed to be a good husband, a good father, a good this. But as far as being that good Israelite, teacher, recruiter, counselor, there's not enough time for that, because I've got to commit to so many other things. And I keep having to get my attention pulled to the Most High ones, and there's resistance. I'm stubborn. I'm stiff-necked. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm upset. Now I'm depressed, because now the Most High wants attention on Him. Does anybody remember the very first and second commandment? If you forgot, let's get it. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 and 2. 1 through 4.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 2.
Chapter 20, verses 1 through 4. I like your speed, though. I like your zeal. Good job, son.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Can we forget this? Read on.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Now, I know from being in church, we think the graven image is the Buddha. We think the graven image is the Academy Award. We think the graven image is money. When you grave something, to grave a graven image is something that you made. It's something that you created. And it's something that you have your eye on. It's something that you made precious. We use the very outside examples of Buddha, of Mecca, of money, gold, or what have you, a car. But it's something you made precious, it's your image. It's your imagination that you came up with. You made that important to you. That's not what the Most High makes important. You made that important. You made that a graven image. You put that, created that, and put that together. That's precious to you. Because the Israelites, we know, I ain't got no cross around my neck, because that's a graven image. No, I ain't got no Buddha around my neck, that's a graven image. I don't use the Ankh. The Ankh, that's a graven image. Yes, you're right. Those are graven images. But what about the other things that are graven images that you make special as an image in your mind? What about the things that you created that are precious to you in your mind and got nothing to do with the Most High? Have nothing to do with His purpose. Have nothing to do with what He has going on. The only one that is important to is you. So he says, read again.
Verse 3. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Do not make unto you any graven image. Doesn't he just talk about sun, moon, and stars? What are you looking up to? What are your goals and aspirations now? What have you said in your heart that this is what you want to achieve and this is what you want to get to? That you've made it when you get here. And is that got anything to do with what the Most High wants? Have you checked? or because you prayed on it, that's all it's supposed to be. Because you asked for it, God's supposed to understand that you asked for it, so he's supposed to know that this is what you asked for, so he better accommodate that. Reading on.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Read on.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
You don't bow down. You don't serve what you created in your own mind. You don't serve that. That you make sure you make sacrifices for what you made special in your mind that got nothing to do with what the Most High wants. You make sacrifices and you serve, and you're all about what is good and right and precious and special and sentimental in your mind. Wherever you went and studied to see if that's what the Most High wants. Wherever you went and put the scriptures together to see at this time right now, when we're in the transition coming from Esau's kingdom to the kingdom of Israel, that's what the Most High wants you to focus on. That's what the priority is right now. Are you serving and making sacrifices for what you created in your mind? Or are you really serving and sacrificing what the Most High wants at this date and time, going from the kingdom of Esau to the kingdom of Israel? Where's your attention at? Or are you still looking to get your white horse, the white picket fence, the two-story house, the apple tree in the backyard? You're still trying to establish the American dream. Or are you really got your attention and energy on what the Most High wants? Read on.
For I, the Most High, thy God.
Read verse 5 again.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity.
It says, the Most High said he's a what?
Jealous God.
But that don't count with you, right? Somebody that's jealous wants all the attention. Somebody that's jealous is very suspicious. Where you at? How long you been there? What you doing? Where you going? Yes, I am jealous. I want all attention on me. Yes, I want all your attention and focus on me. Okay, cool. The fact that I'm calling myself jealous, you're not saying much. It's not a put down. Oh, you're just jealous. Yeah. Yeah. The Most High is jealous. You're just so insecure. Okay, well, I guess the Most High is insecure because guess what? He's jealous and wants all attention on him. Oh, he's suspicious and wants to know where the hell you going, what you doing, who you with, where you gonna be at, what's happening. He's a jealous God. But we think we can give the minimum? How does a jealous man act towards a woman? Crazy, insane, deranged. But somehow we're supposed to understand that the Most High is not supposed to be jealous. The Most High is supposed to understand I've got other things going on. Yes, Yahweh, I've got more important things than what you want done. And why don't you understand that? Why don't you get that? Look, Yahweh, I've got needs. And I've got things going on in my life. And maybe you don't understand, Yahweh, I've been through a lot in my life. So I need a lot of attention and care and love and consideration. And for what you keep asking for, you ask for something I can't give. And we think the Most High is like supposed to hear that and be like, okay. Read again, verse 5.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
If we're not putting him first, how does God look at us that he is not first? The attention and energy is not fully towards him. Let's get Exodus chapter 34, verse 14. Exodus chapter 34, verse 14.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord whose name is the most high.
Whose name is? Sound it out, sound it out, sound it out. Jealous.
Jealous is a jealous God.
Alright, so you read it once, now let's read it again for edification.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
What is the Most High's name?
Jealous.
That's his name. Oh yeah, he's a jealous God. Why are you being so emotional? The Most High is emotional. The Most High gets emotional when he doesn't have all attention and all energy focused on him. So you can throw that at me all you want to. We're in a time of transition between one kingdom to another. The Most High's got his priorities and got things he wants done and his way of doing things. Why don't you understand this? The Most High is jealous. Let's go back and finish Luke 19. And we were in verse 13. Luke chapter 19, verse 13. Did you just read? Thanks, son.
Luke chapter 19 and verse 13. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Or what?
Or engage or give attention.
Engage and give your energy. Give your energy and attention to what I want you to serve. Read.
But his citizens hated him.
But these citizens did what?
Hated him.
Go ahead.
And sent a message after him, saying, We will not have this man to reign over us.
I'm not going to fall into this order. I'm not going to follow these orders. I'm not going to give my attention and my energy to this over here. I've got other things to do. You're asking too much for me to give my energy and my attention to this. That means I will have time and energy to give my attention to this. You know, similar to Christ saying, no man can serve two masters. Either you're going to hate the one and love the other, or love the one and hate the other. We would not have this man. I'm not going to follow his order. I ain't going to be doing this. I'm not going to give my attention and my energy and my focus to what this nobleman called me for, woke me up for. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put my energy and my attention onto what I have engraved in my own head, to what I've put together and made important in my own head, that has absolutely nothing to do with what the Most High has going on. Reading on.
Verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gave by trading. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he saith unto him, Well, thou good servant, because
Thou what?
thou good servant,
Go ahead.
because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
One definition of faithful I like, one definition of faithful that I like to use in this scripture right here is dependable. It's not even a definition, it's a synonym. The synonym for faithful in this precept right here, because there's many different definitions we have, but the one that fits the best right here is dependable. So we can substitute or use the synonym faithful or dependable for this right here. Could you?
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been dependable in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
Because I can depend on you to have your attention and your focus and your energy on the right thing. You're dependable. You can be dependent on to handle your business that the Most High assigned you. Not the strategy you created for yourself, but the business that the Most High assigned you. You're faithful and dependable in that. And that makes you a good servant. Remember that good servant is the one that can be ordered by the Most High. That good man? Do this. That's an order. Handle this. That's an order. Because you can handle what you've been, especially, let me let the cat out the bag. Since we're good for it, let me let the cat out the bag. I'm going over these classes also. I'm trying to build up, I want to take a bunch and the boys over the soldier sheet. Soldier sheet and officer sheet. But what it means to be a soldier and officer in with the Most High Christ. This is just the foundation laying and build up to it. You're called to be a soldier. Soldiers take orders. And if you ever become an officer, officers are supposed to be able to take more orders, be faithful and dependable over having small matters. But if an officer can't even fucking study, if an officer can't be dependable on anything, I don't know what this officer is thinking. That we have a job to do. We have a duty that's been given to us by the Most High. That He has a measure He's looking for. So we have to learn to recognize what a distraction is and what does the Most High wants us to do. So, yes, we've been called into an army because Exodus chapter 15 verse 3 tells us what? The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is His name. Right? That war being what? Active military operations. Order. Taking orders, giving orders, receiving commands. Yeah, that's what the Most High is about. I got to get you and these two ready for that. So when Yahushua gets here, y'all make it. All right? That's what's got to happen. Y'all need to know how to respect authority and do what you're told. There's other bullshit that's going on that people can just do what the fuck they want to do when they want to do it. And they're going to just walk right to the kingdom? Hell no. That's not what the Most High is about. All right? The Most High is about order and giving commands. And you got to be able to take them. You understand? Reading on in Luke.
Luke 19 and verse 18. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, but be thou also over 5 cities.
Because you've been faithful and dependable over a little bit. Then you be master over this because you can be dependent. You're showing you can put your energy and your focus in the right damn thing. So when Yahushua gets here, you can be over 5 cities. Read.
Verse 20. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man.
Let's use the word austere.
Austere, Merriam-Webster 828 dictionary. Stern and cold in appearance or manner.
Hold on. What is this parable comparing Christ to?
Stern and cold in appearance or manner.
I don't know how else to say this. It's just so cold. How can he just be so cold? I don't feel like he has my best interest at heart because he doesn't make me feel good. He doesn't give me the choice if I want to do this or not. He just gives orders very cold. And you know what's not happening? People come and say this type of shit, but ain't nobody showing the scripture about how Christ really rules. People say this, I don't know why it's so cold and why I don't feel a warm fuzzy. I don't know why I don't feel this I don't know what this church thing. And won't nobody show these same people how Christ rolls. Well, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it could be a little easier. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got a point. Now, hold up. Get your scriptures. Don't you know this is how Christ rolls? There's no Christ say what? The definition?
Austere, stern and cold in appearance or manner.
That Christ is stern in his appearance and in his manner? What else?
I have Webster.
Morally strict.
He's what?
Morally strict.
Christ is morally strict, so he don't take no bullshit when it comes to how he wants things done? That these are the rules and that there's no getting around them? Oh, well, maybe someday you might come around. Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Christ is morally strict. He's not taking no shortcuts or no roundabouts, so maybe y'all might get. What is grace? I'm not going to ask that question. I'm going to put together a grace class so understand what the hell grace is. We're in grace right now. The grace period between us waiting up that we're Israelites and rehearsing the righteous acts until he gets here, that's the grace period. Get your act together now. Clean your act up now. That's the grace period. If I got a job at UPS and they give me a 2-week grace period, if I'm showing up late to work, my production is sloppy, my uniform is not correct, I'm wearing, everybody knows the UPS outfit, right? The brown outfit?
Yeah.
But I come in wearing the blue FedEx shorts and a tank top.
An Amazon hat.
And an Amazon hat. So, well, at least I showed up. At least I was here. So the supervisor would come into the office if I don't get fired right there and give me a 2-week grace period. Do I keep showing up in that damn outfit every day for them 2 weeks?
No. Take that time to fix yourself.
What does that mean? I take that time to fix myself.
To correct what you're acting.
So I make sure every day for them 2 weeks I come how?
Proper.
And at the UPS, what would the proper uniform be for UPS?
All brown out.
I've been had a shit brown outfit on, from the shit brown socks, them shit brown shoes, the shit brown hat. If it's a shit brown grin, I better have all that ready every day. And if I make a mistake one time, am I fired?
Yes.
Yeah, because now I've been given grace. You had the handbook, you've had the orientation, you've been here all this time. Cool. Now we're giving you a grace period. There was a time you didn't know. Cool, you didn't know. Now you know. You've had orientation, you've had classes, you've had reprimands, you've been spoken to. Now is grace. Mess up anytime. What is probation? Let's take it there. Because a lot of people are on probation. What is probation? Okay, we're going to let you out of jail.
But you're on the 3-week
What?
probation.
You on a what?
A 3-week probation.
Okay, if you're on a 3-week probation, what does that mean? You're going to keep smoking weed? Keep breaking the rules? Keep being disrespectful?
Going back.
Right, you keep acting the way you want to act?
You mess up, let's like.
That probation officer is going to do what?
Put you back in jail.
How does we understand now when it comes to work and jail? But for the Most High, well, I just, Hopefully.
What's one sounds nicer?
Well, if one sounds like, let's keep reading. I know thee that thou art an austere man. Do you have any other definition for austere?
I don't have any definitions, but there are a few synonyms.
Okay.
Authoritarian.
So,
Or severe,
I got rigorous,
harsh,
stern,
Unsympathetic.
the hell you say?
Unsympathetic.
they didn't spare their feelings. Austere men don't spare somebody's feelings. And that's a scripture too. I don't care how you take it.
As a citizen. We've been over that. We talk about the renewing your spirit, baptizing your body, your mind, your spirit, your emotions. If you would clean yourself up, preparing for the Most High's arrival, preparing for your house as arrival, what else can be done? I don't know what's going to be done. Each one of these servants were given the same amount of time and chance to get themselves ready, to rehearse the righteous acts, to occupy and put their energy and their attention on what the Most High wanted. Now here comes Dumbo. I just thought you were such a hard person that's why I didn't do nothing. I was just scared. Really? Let's keep reading. Let's see what Christ says.
Luke 19, verse 21. For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow.
As I've read this scripture over the years and had to reapply it, this is the only thing we went through with kind of Barnabas and the work of each alms. And there'd be monies that was short that wasn't accounted for. At one time, I was very pissed off with Barnabas. I really, really was. I thought as friends shouldn't do that. Brothers shouldn't do that. But then I had to come back and reread this scripture right here. How is Christ coming back? Not only is he going to be an austere man, what's he going to do?
If thou takest up that thou layest not down.
So, for people, when I had this mentality, I don't think it's right that he should come and have to do what I had to do. I had to do all this work, and he's just going to take it. That ain't right. But then I had to ask myself, am I going to tell that to Yahushua? If that's what I'm rehearsing, that's what I'm going to do. Yahushua, can I talk to you for a minute? Hey, look here, I was doing this work, and I didn't think it was fair or right that I did all this work, and you just came and just reaped all the good. I really had to consider, hold up, is this the Most High getting me ready for this time? Is this the Most High getting me ready for when he gets here? Now I can get this unclean spirit out of me. That I think I'm gonna have the fortitude to tell you how it's shy. Look, this ain't fair. You didn't help me to do this. You didn't do this. I did all this work, and you just gonna come and just reap the good? That ain't right. I don't think so. I'm under protest. Negro, what? But this way you see a lot of people exercise themselves. I ain't gonna do it because I can see nobody else doing it. I ain't doing it because if I do it, then they're going to reap the benefits, and they're going to get all the good, and where's it going to leave me at? And I had to come back in the spirit. So it's Yahweh, is this really your blessing to me? That you're getting me ready for when Christ gets back here so I don't have that attitude towards Christ? Everybody get this impression that they're going to see Christ and automatically just get in order. Just somehow magically, yep. If the scripture says that, not if, does not the scripture say that where two or three gather Christ in the midst thereof? So his spirit is already amongst us. We just can't see it. But his spirit is still here. But we're so carnal and stupid, we think that once I see him, oh, I'm going to change my attitude. But guess what's already been here?
Christ's spirit.
Christ's spirit. So the way you act now, when two or three are gathered, guess what you're going to do and what you've been rehearsing for when he gets here? You're going to wind up doing the exact same thing. Because that's what you've been practicing. When Yahushua's here, let me make sure I act like this. Where two or three are gathered, I'm going to make sure I act like this. All right, cool. So when Yahushua gets here, guess, it's not even guessing. You're going to act the exact same way. But you think because I was Yahushua, now I see him. So now I'll go ahead, now it'll be good. You asshole, don't you realize that this is the grace period? This is the time that he's physically not here now, but his spirit is here, trying to give you a chance to get your spirit clean, to get your mind clean, before he physically reveals himself to you, and then it's too late. His spirit's here to give you a chance to practice, give you a chance to get it together. But you and your dumb carnal mind, well, once he gets here, then I'll go ahead and change and be right. But right now, the way this person acts, the way this goes on, this ain't fair, this ain't right, and I don't know what my attention has got to be going over here. But I want to put my attention over here. Don't you realize when Christ is physically here, you've been practicing putting your attention on all the wrong shit anyway. So guess what you're going to do now that you finally see him? Guess what you're already in the practice of doing? You're already in the practice of rejecting him. You're already there. You're already doing that. But now you're going to change because you see him? So then either the scripture's a lie or you're a lie. Someone's lying. So Christ is not in the midst with two or three gathered. He's not here then. Or you're just at such power of spirit that when he gets here, just the fact that you see him, that's going to baptize your spirit instantly. That's going to baptize your mind instantly. That you're going to automatically know what to do instantly because you've been practicing it already. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hell no. No. His spirit is already here. When two or three gathered, I'm in the midst thereof. His spirit is already here, recording, watching, feeling, everything that we do already now with his spirit here. And we act this way. But somehow when he gets here, we're going to just magically, just spiritually, now I'm going to do right because now I see him. So we're supposed to walk by what? Not by what? Sight. No, I'm going to trust in what I see. When I see him, now I'll be able to act right because I see him.
So we're going to do a spiritual homology? Is that what?
I guess that's what some people think. I guess that's what some people really think. And not that we're supposed to be rehearsing, getting ready now. Practicing now. So it can't be said, I've never been in this situation before, so are you really going to do this to me now and I've never been through this before? No, hold up. Pull the books out. No, you had an opportunity to do this before, but when the opportunity was there for you to learn it, practice it, and get it, you reject it. Oh, and Christ's spirit was right there standing right next to you. His spirit was right there the whole time. But you didn't think it was important. You didn't think it was proper. You didn't think it was right. You didn't think it was priority. But don't say you didn't have time to get it to learn it. Don't say you didn't have time to practice. That's what the grace period is. You've had time to practice this. You rejected it. Because the carnal man, the natural man, receives not the things of the Spirit of the Most High because it's foolish to him. This don't make no sense because this is just wrong because it don't let me do what I want to do the way I want to do it, and then I got to make your excuses. Continue not getting ready. The way you practice now, and they teach that in every sport. The way you practice is what? That's how you're gonna play. If you practice lazy, you're gonna play lazy. You practice half-ass, you're gonna play half-ass. There's no magical, you just turn a switch on and just jump into it. That.
No future in your front.
There is no future in the front. Let's finish this verse. I know what time it is.
Luke 19, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow."
You reap what you didn't sow. You didn't help me with this. And you're going to just come and just reap the benefits? This is how Yahweh is coming back. Read.
And he saith unto him, "Out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant."
This is called what?
A wicked servant.
No, I understand where you're coming from. Let me let you run your mouth a little bit longer so that you can try and convince me that I'm stupid, I'm dumb. I'm not the Spirit of Christ in the Most High. You are the Spirit.
Says, "Thou wicked servant.
Go ahead.
Thou knewest that I was not austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow."
Yeah, you're right. That's why you're my servant. You're right. I'm going to reap the benefits from your work. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what servants do. That's why I called you. And I'm expecting you to do a lot of work. Yeah, I'm not going to put no work in on. You're right. That's exactly what this is. But you practice in your mind, you're going to give me give Yahushai the minimum. You're going to give Yahushai and the attention that he requires the minimum. This is what you're practicing. This is what you're rehearsing. And he sees it. He gets it. Reading on.
"Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury?"
Is the Christ going to charge usury? Yeah. Does the law tell us not to charge usury? Yeah, the law tells us we better charge no usury, but guess what he's coming to do? He's charging usury. And we're going to sit and tell him he's not fair, he's not right. But you know what some Israelites are really going to try and do? They really think they're going to be able to argue down Christ. Judgment is going to be a hell of a day. Oh, you're not going to let me in, but you let David in? David committed adultery and killed somebody. And what about all that? But you're not going to let me in because of this? There's going to be so many niggas trying to give smoke and mirrors and get off the point of what they've done. Pointing the finger at everybody else. But he did this, and they did this, and they did this. Oh, but you just going to get me. But you're just going to single me out. Yeah, he did the same thing to Adam. And when Adam tried to do it to Eve, he did to Eve, and he did it to Satan, and came right back up. And he's been doing that since existence. You're right. Yes, he's going to get everybody for what they've done, including you. They're not going to be your scapegoat. Your escape of why you behave the way you behave. But you have a lot of Israelites that let people rehearse that shit. As long as you bring up what I'm doing, but let me bring up what other people are doing, so we get off the focus of what I'm doing. Let's not correct. Let me not put attention on what I need to correct. Let me throw up somebody else and let all the attention go to somebody else and not what I'm doing. And you have people that are letting people rehearse this, so that when your house site gets here, they're going to do the exact same thing. Remember scripture says there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth? Have you read that? Okay, last scripture.
Is that the one you want?
Just a quick one. Matthew 22, verse 8, let's read down kind of fast. Matthew chapter 22, verse 8, let's read down kind of fast.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 8. Then say he to his servants, the wedding is ready.
The what?
The wedding is ready. But they which were bidden were not worthy.
Those that were actually called to get ready and knew it was coming, they decided to make themselves not worthy. They decided that this wedding and preparing for this event was not as important as what they had going on in their own lives. To pay attention and put energy towards getting ready for the wedding, no, I'm putting my energy and my attention into what other things that are not the most high. So I'm making myself unworthy for the wedding, the wedding of the bride and Christ, the wedding of Israel to Yahushua. Getting cleaned up and ready for that, that's not important. Read it.
Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
There's going to be a lot of people crying right there. They're thinking they did enough to make it. But when we just read this here in verse 9. 9 and 10. Read that again, please.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 9 through 10. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
So go get whoever. I've already invited certain people that's supposed to be serving. They're supposed to get themselves ready. But they're making an excuse about why they're not going to be ready, why they can't come. Cool, then go invite anybody. Now this was going to shock a lot of people. Read the next verse.
Verse 10. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good.
Both what?
Both bad and good.
You know what's going to be the kicker? We're going to find homosexuals, gay, having gay sex that day are going to make it to the kingdom. But for those who've been around the knowledge, who didn't get themselves ready, guess who ain't going to make it to the kingdom? That RuPaul, Tom Perry, faggot ass nigga. They never heard the truth to get ready for it. But you got niggas who have heard the truth but refuse to get ready for it. Tyler Perry's faggot ass is going to make it. But all the other ones who decided they're going to put their energy and attention into other things, they're not going to make it. It's like, and ready, but didn't. They're not going to make it. And it's going to be some of the most wicked, drug dealing, homosexual ass niggas, females that come in. And you're welcome to come in. And they're going to change. And they're going to appreciate what the Most High is giving. But for the ones who were given prior notice, prior knowledge, but refused to put their energy and attention on what the Most High wanted, those people are not going to make it. That's why there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. How painful is it when a woman has a pregnancy? When you're biting your teeth, when you're gritting, that pain hurts. Them alligator tears. That you had a chance to get your shit together, but you refused to. And you were rebellious. You were hard-hearted. You were stiff-necked about making sure you put your energy and attention on what you found important and not what the Most High found important. And now you're going to get there. I'm not going to look in the scriptures. You're going to think because you know a little bit of Hebrew, you think because you know the high holy days, Lord, Lord, have we not cast out devils? I mean, I told a few people about you. And he's going to say, what? I don't know you. I don't know, who are you? You thought it was enough doing the minimum? Nah, I gave you more talents than that. I gave you more than that. And you said they didn't do shit with it? I'm supposed to be happy that you showed up? Nah. There's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. It'll be very painful for a lot of Israelites that refuse to put their energy to occupy till Christ got here. To put your energy and attention on being the servants of Christ and the Most High, and that servants of this life, of this world, and other things out here. Forgive me for cussing tonight. Forgive me. I don't recall that scripture. I know Romans 13:11. Go ahead and read it.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, and now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast out the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness. Not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Christ, and make no provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Go ahead with that. There is no class tomorrow morning, but we will resume class again tomorrow. Again, forgive me, everybody, for cussing. That was inappropriate. That was not proper. That's not how this message should come across. Go ahead with that. Is that it for? Send it out. I'm sorry. So please join us tomorrow evening, ISBHPK ABQ Live. We're broadcasting from Albuquerque 7710, Suite F, Manal Boulevard Northeast, Albuquerque, Mexico 8710. As you know, you can also log on to ISBHPK Live and catch your brothers out of Houston. Tomorrow being Wednesday. Their class starts, if you're in the Albuquerque area, your class starts at 6 p.m. All right? Our class starts tomorrow in the Albuquerque area at 8 p.m. If you're in San Antonio, tomorrow being Wednesday is Brother Sheshwan's night teaching at the school, 4219 78 Drive, San Antonio, Texas, 78217, make a zip code there. We invite you to check him out. In Norfolk, 2610 Granby Street, Norfolk, Virginia, 23510, I believe is the zip code out there. Get in touch with Brother Kazaki at area code 281-707. 2737. Get in touch with him. Don't forget, out here in Albuquerque, go to the Way of Creation .com. Get in touch with Brother Ariashmar and Brother Davian. Some of the things they might have going on. And remember, you can also visit Sweet Ambiance online. SweetAmbiance.com. All right, they have the website up. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. All right. If you want to order any fragrances, if you want to order any oils, charcoal, whatever, you name it, and you want to help Israel out, SweetAmbiance.com. They got everything set up, and it's very professional, very clean, good to go. Don't forget, if you need any garments made, visit Facebook channel, everything Israel. at Israel, everything Israel at Israel, for the sisters sewing department in Houston, or you can check out Israel SA, the Facebook channel Israel SA, to the sewing department there in San Antonio. With that, the only other announcement we have besides class tomorrow evening is this Saturday we will be observing the Sabbath picnic. Right, we'll be observing again the Sabbath picnic this Saturday. I like to do a bigger party. I like to do a bigger party with some basketball goals. Not the basketball, that's the Sabbath. I like to go to a bigger party and maybe where there's more of our people. Maybe where there's more Israelites that we can socialize with and be around. So we'll get that information out also. And then heads up, the Brother Ash White has put together a retreat, a week-long retreat with several brothers where he wants to go and take the boys and sisters if you want to come on a camping trip up in the mountains. Right, we'll spend about a week out there and just get into nature, get into the Most High, get away from the city where it's just us. All right, but we can get to our prayers and we just remove away from everything and everybody and can just really focus on being in nature, being around the Most High, and being around each other. He's putting that into works now. So if you'd like more information for that, please get in touch with Aish, area code 505-218-4218. If you'd like more information on that. We're in touch with the brothers from the temple. They know a lot of campgrounds that we can go to that will accommodate what we want to get done. We want to set tents up. We want to set up, even if we get the trucks ready, try to get the trucks ready, try to get the RV ready, so we can go out there and just camp. Away from the city, but close enough that where those who need to be able to travel back to the city for work or whatever, you used to do that, but we want to be able to get away where it's just us. All right, it reminds me of the Boy Scout
Bear Creek.
yeah, in San Antonio. It's called Bear Creek, where for a week you just got away and you learned.
A month. It was for a while. It was more than a week.
Okay, 2 weeks in. It went a whole month. It went a whole month. It was long though. It was long, but we want to be able to do this. And sisters are invited. Everybody's invited. We want to go ahead and do this and just kind of help reinforce getting spiritual training. All right, so please get in touch with Brother Ash White. We want to go fishing. We want to do take the music out there, as far as the drums, I guess guitars. You're gonna need to get your sleeping bags. You're gonna need your cabin gear, cabin equipment. We're gonna take the grills. So we get out there and be into this. All right, be into this. So please stay in touch with us if that's something you look forward to, or that is something that you might be into. I should write this out, area code 505-218-4218. All right, so with that, my name is Michelle. I'm Mark.
You know, phone?
I got
I bought you. Shema.
I brought you out.
Archive.
We would like to say shalom.
Shalom.